Good morning, YouTube gang. It's Sandra with Sandra's Kitchen 44. I'm here to bring you a recipe for pie crust. Now, I want to tell you this. For years, I could not make pie crust. I could not make it. My mother-in-law tried to teach me years ago. I could not get it. But now I went on YouTube and I researched it, and I looked at this this lady making this pie crust, and I'm thinking, what is the technique? What is it that I'm not getting? And I'm here to tell you now, I think I got it. By George, I think I got it. So I want to share it with y'all. So, and it's very, very simple. It won't take long, and you don't need much. All it requires is 2 cups of flour. I already have my flour here in my bowl. And I'm getting my butter. I kept it in the refrigerator because you want it to stay cold, okay? You want, let me see, you want 2/3 cups of butter. And that's going to be, if you do the butter and it has on here the tablespoon, that's going to be 11 tablespoons, okay? So 2/3 cups of butter and a 1/2 teaspoon of salt and cold water. Now, I have my cold water here and I've put ice cubes in it. You want your water to be very cold. So to keep my water cold, I put water in my measuring cup here, and I've put ice cubes in it. Okay? So the main thing is, and I didn't know this when I was trying to learn it years ago, you want to make sure your butter is cold, and you want to make sure your water is ice cold. Those are the 2 things that I think I was able to make this pie crust, okay? Doing those things. So with that, I'm going to go on and show you what I'm going to do. I'm not going to make a pie. I'm just going to make the pie crust, okay? So I have my 2 cups of flour right here, and I have my, you know what, y'all, I don't even know what this tool is. I don't even know what it's called, but it's to mix your flour and your butter and your pie crust. I tried to tackle this pie crust about a week or so ago, but when I did it with a fork. You know, I mixed everything up with a fork. So one day I was walking with my neighbors. Her and her daughter, we walk every morning. So we were talking about this thing. I was telling her, I don't know what it's called, but this lady on YouTube had this thing, and she was mixing this pie crust up and mixing it up together. I said, I sure need that. So that next day, it was a knock on my door, and my neighbor came with a bag, handed me a bag. She said, here, happy retirement. Her and her daughter bought this for me. You know, this is just a small item, but it meant so much to me because it's something that I needed, and they went and got it for me. So I have my little pastry tool. That's what I'm going to call it because I don't know the name of it. But this is my pastry tool. If you don't have one of these, it's okay. Just get you a fork, okay? So I have my 2 cups of flour in here. Then what you want to do with your butter, you want to take your stick of butter, cut it in half, and cut it in half again, okay? This is what I've done. Okay. Let's take this and cut it in half again. And you want to dice it up in this flour, okay? So I'm just going to cut it up like this. I hope you can see that. Just cut it up small sizes, okay? And the reason why you do this, I learned this because the first time when I was in the process of trying to learn how to do this, I didn't cut my butter up. And when you go to mash it up, it's really hard to mash up. So it's good to dice it up, small pieces like this. Okay, you don't want to handle it too much because it'll get your butter hot. So I'm not putting my hand all over it. Okay, that's that. Let me take that. Okay, so now I want to take 3 tablespoons of this here. 1, 2, 3. And on the butter, you can see that. So I'm going to cut this and put that aside. So this here is my 11 tablespoons of butter. Okay, and like I said, keep it in the refrigerator until you get ready to use it. Okay, so I'm going to dice this up. All right. Let's just do this. Okay, and once you get this, I'm going to add my salt I'm not going to measure it. I think it said 1/4 teaspoon of salt. I'm not going to measure it. I'm just going to shake it in here just enough. You know, it don't, just a little bit. Okay, there's my salt. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, I'm going to take my pastry maker and I'm going to mix this flour and butter together. Okay, and like I said, you can do this with a fork, but this pastry maker is so much better. Okay, and the whole thing too, when you make pie crust, you don't want to work it too much. Okay, so I'm going to try to mash this up just a little bit before I add my cold water. You know, get the, I'm sorry, my cabinet is clean, y'all. But get the butter and flour mixed in a little bit. You know, go to the bottom, get that mixed together. Okay. Like I said, you don't want to knead it too much. Okay. That's what I'm going to do there. So what I'm going to do, I want to start out making, using 7 tablespoons of cold water. Now, after I do that, I'm going to work it some more. And if it's not the texture I want, I'm going to add a little bit more water. Okay, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I already know I'm going to need some more because this is my second batch that I've made this morning. So, and I think then I probably did about maybe 10 tablespoons. I didn't measure them, I just added. But it's working. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to take this knife and I'm going to scrape just take it off this, scrape it off of here a little bit so it can mix up. So it all mix up together. Okay. All right, working a little more. So like I said, you don't want to work it too much, but you want to take that flour and get it mixed up with that butter and water. If you have a lot of flour that's loose in there, you can get I will add another tablespoon of cold water, okay, in that part where that flour is, okay? All right. And you'll see the flour just mixing, the butter and flour mixing together, holding together. You won't have all that loose flour. And that's what, you're not going to have, it's not going to be where it's all, mixed. So you're going to take your hand and mix the rest of it together, okay? What I'm trying to get as much as I can. Hope you can see that. Okay? Let me look at this and see if I want to add any more water to it. Let's see. I don't know if you can see that good, but I got just a little bit more flour in there that's loose. I'm gonna add just a little bit more water. Just a little bit. Okay. That should be enough. Then what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna mix it just a little bit more. Then I'm gonna take my hands and do it the rest of the way. Okay? Because you're not gonna get all that flour that first go around with this tool, with your fork, nor with this pastry tool, okay? So I'm gonna get all my pie crust out of here. I'm done with this pastry tool. Man, it's a neat thing to have. If you don't have one and you wanna do pie crust, I would say go invest in it. Maybe you'll have a neighbor like mine. When you talk about it, they go get it for you. Maybe you don't have a neighbor like mine. I had that kind of neighbor. When I'm out of sugar or something and I need something, I can just call and say, hey, I need this. Meet me at the back fence. And that's what we do. We meet each other at the back fence. And we borrow whatever it is we need, and we don't always have to give it back. Okay, those are good neighbors, okay? All right, now, let's take this. I'm going to take this. That's my batter. I'm going to take this, and I'm going to get all my loose flour and get it all in there with that dough. Like I say, you still don't want to work it too much. Okay, I'm just trying to get all that loose flour mixed in with the wet dough. Okay? And you'll see when I get done, we won't have any more loose flour. So I'm just mixing it all up. Okay? Okay. And that's it. That's my dough. I got all the flour there, so I'm gonna need it just a little bit. Not much, because your hands will get hot and start melting that butter and stuff, and you don't want that. So I'm just gonna work it just a little bit. And this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to take this look pretty good. I'm going to take just a little bit of this. I'm going to pinch off of this. I'm just going to take a little bit and I'm going to roll it out because I want you to see what it looks like. And what I've done, I already have some flour on my rollout sheet. Okay, I'm just going to do that. I'm going to flip it over like that, cover on both sides with flour, and I'm going to roll it lightly. Okay, you can take it and you can flip it back over if it starts looking like it want to stick. Okay, and you just keep rolling it. And this looks good because it's rolling, it's not breaking apart. So when you get ready to do a pie, you want a larger piece than what I have, but I just did this to show you how it rolls out. And when it rolls out like this, that means it's good. Okay, so that is my pie crust. You can roll it out, and you can flip it back over if you want to. But that's the pie crust, okay? Now, if you're not ready to make a pie crust, what I'm going to do with this pie crust, and I can take this back up and put it back, because this don't hurt it. I'm going to put it back in this ball. I'm going to take this ball and I'm going to split it in two. I'm going to halfen it, and I'm going to put it in a freezer bag, and I'm going to freeze it. So when I get ready to do my pie crust, my pie or my peach cobbler, I already have my pie crust made. I don't have to go buy pie crust. That's what I've always done because I didn't know how to make pie crust. But now I think I got it, by George. I think I got it this time. So I hope that if someone see this video, that they will try this and let me know if it worked for them. Okay? But like I said, I'm gonna put this down, but because I don't want to work it too much. I'm gonna take half of this and freeze it in small freezer bags. Okay? And then, like I said, when you get ready to do your pie crust or your peach cobbler, whatever you're gonna use it for, just take it out the freezer, let it thaw out, a good while, wait till it's really thawed out, and then you take it and flour your, wherever you want to roll it out on, flour it, and you can use your rolling pin. If you don't have a rolling pin, you know what you can do? Just get you a tall glass and roll it. You don't have to have a lot of people don't have a rolling pin, okay? But I do, and I'm so glad I do because it's easier. But you can use just a glass and just roll it on there. It doesn't matter what you roll it out on. But anyway, that's it. I wanted to come to you with that. And I hope that helps someone because that's a very, very simple recipe to me. But anyway, until I come back again with another video, y'all have a safe day. Please stay safe. Wear your mask if you have to go out. Wash your hands. Wear your gloves. But please be safe and do the 6 feet distancing, okay? Anyway, until I come to you again with another video, God bless you.